So Elon Musk, a very, very smart man, just tweeted out yesterday that Tesla will no longer be accepting Bitcoin as payment for Teslas. That's interesting, because Bitcoin made a $1.5 billion investment back in January into Bitcoin and made a lot of money. Then said that they were going to be accepting Bitcoin payments. But then things kind of went silent for a while, and then yesterday announced that he's no longer accepting Bitcoin payments because the energy it used to create a transaction with Bitcoin uses too much electricity, too much fossil fuels. It's not friendly to the environment. Well, Tesla's received over $5 billion in government aid over the years. And who's in charge of the government right now? Well, the Democrats are, the Biden administration, and some very, very progressive liberals. And what do they love? They love green energy. They like eco-friendly solutions no matter the cost. Now that is really, really interesting. And today, the 14th, this is the last day to sign the petition that John Deaton has that he is sending directly to Gary Gensler and the SEC to compel them to investigate Jay Clayton and William Hinman, the two men who brought the lawsuit from the SEC against Ripple, and look into their conflict of interests, let's just say, to see if anything could actually come of it. And not only that, the SEC had their closed-door meeting today, in which there was a lot of things that they were probably going to be discussing, and some speculation as to what they were going to be discussing. And we're going to get into that in this video. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. On this channel right now, I'm covering the SEC versus Ripple case, along with other cryptocurrency news, investment markets, personal finance, and stimulus updates. So if any of those topics interest you, go ahead, click the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. That way YouTube will notify you when I release a new video, and I do that when there are new developments. And right now, there are a ton of new developments. So if you're feeling generous, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm and basically tells YouTube to promote this video to newer audiences. So if you do that, I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, well, let's jump right into it. So as I was saying before, Elon Musk tweeted out that they're no longer accepting Bitcoin as payment for Teslas because it's too much of an environmental impact. There's too much fossil fuel used to create the electricity that's used in mining Bitcoin to create a Bitcoin transaction, which isn't entirely true. And it's really, really strange how all of a sudden a company and a person like Elon Musk and a company like Tesla can make a huge, huge investment, $1.5 billion into Bitcoin several months ago, make a lot of money from it, then turn around and say, no, we don't like it because it's because it's not environmentally friendly enough. He said in his tweet that they're looking at other cryptocurrencies that they might be accepting, something that uses maybe like 1% of the amount of energy that it uses to create a Bitcoin transaction. Now, in my previous video, I stated that this actually fits really, really well for XRP because XRP only takes about 1% of the energy needed that it takes to create a transaction in Bitcoin, because XRP was designed for transaction. But the really interesting part is, like I said earlier, Tesla's received over $5 billion in government aid and government grants. Well, the government's controlled by Democrats right now, progressive Democrats that like anything eco-friendly, and they don't really care what the cost is, how much debt we have to go in, how much money we have to print. They just need it to be eco-friendly and green. Well, the government that gives grants to Tesla, could they have actually been forcing him, or at least putting pressure on him to kind of back off his stance on Bitcoin, or at least go in a different direction in terms of other cryptocurrencies? And regardless, it's actually going to benefit XRP because John Deaton actually tweeted directly to Elon Musk in response to that tweet and said, well, if you're looking for something that's 50,000th of the energy that Bitcoin uses, you have to look at XRP. It was designed for transaction. So we're going to see what comes up with that, if XRP actually lands on Elon Musk's plate to take a look at, because any type of announcement like that would be huge. However, here's the thing. XRP and specifically Ripple are in the middle of a lawsuit with the SEC. Elon Musk is no stranger to a lawsuit with the SEC. In fact, I made a video about it. I will link it up here. Basically goes over Elon Musk's experiences being sued by the SEC and being forced to, he was then forced to step down as the CEO of Tesla. Was replaced by a third party on the executive board. And of course he was sued personally and as well as Tesla. So it's really interesting to see his stance, because there's some conspiracy theories now starting to float around that maybe Elon Musk is kind of using this opportunity to use something like XRP and push back against the SEC a little bit and say, you know, I'm just going to use this cryptocurrency over here because it fits the bill. It doesn't use a ton of energy like Bitcoin. And you know what? They're going up against the SEC, and let's just say I haven't had a lot of friendly run-ins with the SEC. Now that's a big conspiracy theory right now, but it is floating around, and there's a lot of things that kind of make sense. Another conspiracy theory is that the SEC is actually talking about settlement right now with Ripple. Because the SEC had a closed-door meeting today, of which the news I have not heard anything about yet, but as soon as I do, as soon as I read something that came out, I will certainly make a video about it and drop that breaking news on you guys. So, but as of right now, nothing has come of that. Nothing has come of that meeting. It wasn't canceled or rescheduled, so everybody's assuming that it went on. Now, the agenda for that meeting was published, but it was still kind of vague. But some legal experts that say typically these types of meetings, they'll probably discuss laws and jurisdictions as a whole, but they'll also discuss the high-profile cases, mainly the GameStop Robinhood case as well as the Ripple case. And while all that is going on, today's the day that John Deaton will send his petition to Gary Gensler to look into as to why Jay Clayton and William Hinman actually brought this lawsuit against Ripple on the very last day that Jay Clayton worked as head of the SEC, and then went and worked for a hedge fund that holds hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And as of yet, that company has not sold their Bitcoin. Do they know something? Is it going to go higher? Well, that's the conspiracy theory. So if you want to follow along with all these developments, because as soon as these notes from these meetings actually come out, you're going to want to be subscribed to this channel, because I will drop the videos and give you guys the information as soon as I get it. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell notification icon. That way YouTube, like I said, YouTube notifies you when I put out that video. Also, if you want to know what other members of the Late Night Grind community are thinking, not just about this case and not just about XRP, but about Bitcoin, about the bull run, and about some other topics. So if you want to know what some of the other members are thinking, you can go check out the community tab on this channel. I have a whole bunch of polls that I put out pretty much every single day. It's really fun to participate and see what other people are thinking. Also, you can drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know. Do you think Elon Musk and Tesla will eventually accept XRP as a form of payment? Because we know if that happens, well, we know what happens to the thing when Elon Musk drops a tweet promoting a cryptocurrency. But I want to know what you guys are thinking. Do you think that the SEC is actually working behind the scenes right now, working on a settlement on this Ripple case? Because I got to tell you, everything I read and everything, all the forums that I read, all the videos that I watch, all the Reddit communities that I participate in, that seems to be one of the biggest theories going on right now, is that behind the scenes, the SEC and Ripple are actually working out a settlement, or at least the SEC is working on plans to offer a settlement to Ripple. Of course, that would make this court case going on right now kind of just for show. But I want to know your thoughts on it. Drop a comment in this drop a comment on this video. All right, guys, this channel is coming up on 40,000 subscribers, which I kind of can't believe. Really just started doing this seriously back in December, covering stimulus check updates, which I will have some stimulus check updates for you guys very, very soon, because there's some new developments kind of happening, so look out for that. But for this channel, I would absolutely love to hit the 50,000 subscriber mark by the end of this month, by the end of May, before we go into June. I don't know, it just sounds like a nice round number. So if you've been watching this channel for a while and you're not subscribed, all you gotta do is click that subscribe button. It really helps out. I'd really appreciate it, and it makes producing this content for you guys more worthwhile. So once again, if you're a regular viewer but you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for the big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.